Hello everyone. I'm just sitting here on the porch. I already done the barn. It's humid, not too sunny yet. I just sit and sweat. But I'm waiting for the horses to get back, and I want to see Bo coming down. And I think they just started going to the B side. Poor Charlie's all alone in the barn. He came back early. I was hollering for them every so often. But I want to see... There he goes. But I want to see Bo coming down the hill. He was limping yesterday and day before yesterday. And I think he cut his hoof on something underneath. I checked it. Tried to even it out some. But we need our farrier. But our farrier is busy. We can wait. There's more important things to do out there right now around here. When things happen the way they happened here with a natural disaster, and that's what it was, and we happen to be in the way of that natural disaster, then devastation is so much greater than if it were to just happen out in the woods or someplace where nobody lives, right? And one could wonder, well, why some people lost everything, absolutely everything, and loved ones. Well, the ones that have passed away, they're in spirit world now, right? Okay. I think sometimes we forget, well, they're in spirit world. They're good. They're okay. Oh, just got interesting. I talk about him here. He's already responded back. And the ones left behind, of course, that's another loss. A great loss. And one wonders, and I listen and observe them too. How great is our faith? Well, how great does my faith have to be? I didn't lose anything. Nothing. All I do is feel the pain of the people, the frustration, the devastation. I do. And what I have observed in the last few days, if something like that happened so close by, is the people here are God's people. The faith they have kept, regardless. The support towards each other, the comfort given is amazing. What's true faith? True faith is one stays steadfast in the love for our Father, in the love for our heavenly parent, no matter what. That's God's people. I thought about that. Man, I've known people who went through horrific things, and especially the loss of a loved one, and lost faith. Couldn't believe anymore. Couldn't. It was too heartbreaking. It was just too... Why? Why did that have to happen? Why could that not have been stopped? Or Why could it not have happened during the day? Why at night, where you cannot, power goes out, I can't see anything anymore, okay? And one can't blame someone like that over that either. It's free will, freedom of choice. But what I've seen around here, we are God's people. We are. All together we are. What could that mean for the future? One never knows. One wants to believe that, have faith in that there has to be a reason for all this. Well, yeah, there is. The reason is the weather. No more and no less. Well then, is this another test for us? I don't think so. It's just the weather. It kind of reminded me of all the years that the people of Israel, the Israelites, were slaves to the Egyptians. Right? Building the pyramids. Yeah. You look at the pyramids, right? Oh, the Egyptians built those. No. Yeah. They supervised the building of it. Right? Yeah, they came up with the plan, right? But it was most likely thousands and thousands and thousands of Israelites who built these pyramids. Interesting? Yes? It took them hundreds and hundreds of years to find freedom. And then wandering. Right? They had a pretty good life, really, when it came down to it. I wasn't there, but when you see the rest of the story on how they marched to Canaan and how they grumbled and this and that and what happened, you're going to say, oh, I guess you had it better where you were, right? And now the hardship kind of starts because you became truly God's people. More so. Now, right, because one of the first things God instructed them to do is to build the ark. The covenant of the ark. Interesting? Surely many of the Israelites, having been around the Egyptians for so long, may have taken on some of the beliefs of the gods of the Egyptians. Right? Is that why the 10 Commandments were needed at the time Moses went up the mountain? I wasn't there, but, right? Yeah. You connect the stories and you realize when they walked through the desert, which took a lot of years, many, many years, they could have gone a much shorter route, by the way, but God didn't tell them to go that way. There's a reason for that. To strengthen their faith again, to know whose people they truly are. They had to go through a lot of hardships. They ended up not having any food, and manna came from heaven. I wonder if that was a bread raining from the sky. They probably found something, right, that really lasted. Something that, hey, look at this. What we didn't know this grows in the desert, but we can do all kinds of things with that, right? Yes? Then, for water, Moses hit the rock. They had no water. God had the way prepared for them, but it wasn't without hardship. All our lives, there's a way that we march all through our life, which is towards eternity. Towards, hey guys, come on down! Bo, Maverick! What? Where are you going? Where's Sage? Come on down! Come on, Bo! Okay, now let's see. Bo can't come down that hill with that foot. Come on, Maverick. If you come down, he might too. Or he could just go along the road and come on down that way. Yeah, Charlie, they're right behind you. Animals. So funny. Our path through life prepares us for eternity, right? Yes? I find it interesting when one realizes that on how past transgressions or past pains and hurts that one had to somehow digest, and we digest it with our faith in heaven, our belief in heaven, the existence of spirit world, that eventually one really grows and can truly forgive and can truly be forgiven. That's a big thing. That's a big thing, and it's a big thing in the Lord's Prayer. Where then they're not just words that are coming. Yeah, it's a pad, it's water under the bridge. Is it? Is it water under the bridge? Oh, I had to say that, didn't I? Or, is there a dam before the bridge? We still can't digest it, still can't let it go. We each all have to come through that dam. Growth. Will this spiritually grow us as a community? From what I've seen, yes. Will that strengthen us as God's people? Yes. I find it interesting. I heard something or had a talk with someone about sleep paralysis. I've heard of that before, but okay. And I had a really good talk, and I realized afterwards, or thought about it, many people out there are doing all kinds of things besides believing in God, right? Finding other ways on being spiritual. Then when certain things happen, like with sleep paralysis, they get scared. One gets scared. Right? All right, I can talk about that another time. I just wanted to, and though one wants to be spiritual, right? Find yourself, be connected to the universe. When then something happens where you actually suddenly are connected and confronted with something that's very scary in a way, fearful, then one doesn't want to have to give and take. One doesn't understand the give and take. Okay? So it's being sought after. But then when it actually happens, one wants to not. I'd rather. That was. I'd rather forget about. No. Right? Yes. Spiritual growth is like that. Spiritual growth can be a scary thing. I think that's where Sage is right there. Spiritual growth can be a scary thing. Because we have to make it through certain hardships. Hermits are not the norm among human beings, right? Yes? Living together, wanting to be together, company, good company, that's the norm. Sadly, with that comes that you have to have laws and rules. Otherwise, it doesn't seem to be possible for people to live together in peace and harmony, right? I think we should think about that. And then maybe we'll understand a little better why suddenly hardships, devastating event that happened here through the weather, sometimes can't be avoided. I believe there are others who believe they are God's people. I believe that here in eastern Kentucky, we're God's people. We're God's tribe and community. And He is with us through everything. That's what I have seen. It isn't just wishful thinking. That's what I have seen happens here. Is happening here. Amazing. I hope your community is like that too. Be great. Huh? If God's people are all over the world. They are all over the world. That's why. First it is ourselves, then our family, then our community and tribe, state, a nation, and the world. Yes? All right. That's all I have to say today. God's love and blessings always, and we'll talk to y'all another time.